Hey, what's up? Welcome back to History Collector. Today I got some more newspapers from World War II. Um, Most of these I got around $5, some were $10 because of the historical significance. But yeah, so let's jump right into this. First one we got here is from 1937. It's talking about the Soviets preparing for war, the Germans. Uh, It's in okay shape. Um, Kind of goes into Japan a little bit on that side, but yeah, this is like before, like I guess the official start of World War II. So yeah, we got that one, and next one I guess we got is this one. This one's pretty much the end of the war. September of 1945. This one is free press is demanded for Japan. I haven't read this one yet, but I'm sure, like, from what this is, I'm sure it talks about oil and stuff like that because of, like, Japan and stuff like that. Yeah. The next one we got is from 1945 of August. It says 18,150 troops to land in Japan today. Pearl Harbor reports scores Marshall. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It talks about all this stuff. Army Staff Chief upheld by Truman. Yeah, it's really cool. It's a nice newspaper. Look at it, 5 cents. Well, I paid for $5. Next one's from 1945 of September. It says occupation of Japan may end in years. So this is already during the occupation. So yeah, it goes over all the stuff. German damage to Russia set at high figure. Over all that stuff. It's pretty cool. That one, as you can see, is $3.50. A little cheaper. This one's from 1941. This is one of my nicest ones out of all of them. And it says, U.S. and Britain ask Stalin for a conference on speeding joint and aid for complete victory. Russians retire in Ukraine's slow foe in north. That is a long headline, okay? I don't know why. Like, those are short, but that's long. Just New York Times. That one's 3 cents, 1941. It's excellent newspaper. This is before the bombing of Pearl Harbor, which happened on December 7th. So, it's before the U.S. really got involved. Next one's from 1945 of September. And this one's Push Hunt for Jap Renegade Warlords. Haven't read this one, but I'm sure it goes in that headline somewhere. This is 5 cents. Most of these are late editions. This one's one of the cooler ones. This is from Kentucky. Northern Kentucky, Cincinnati. This is from 1945, August 15th. And this is when we won the war. And you can't see it, like, this, all you see is just east. And then, like, you can kind of see, like, a globe. And that's why you see that and you're like, what? But it's supposed to say peace unfolded and it had the big globe stamped on it. It's really cool, and that just shows you how Kentuckians are celebrating the victory. And yeah, it's a really cool newspaper. And that one's, I guess, home edition. Interesting. This one I was on vacation, I think I paid like $2 for it. It was like, I was just looking and I found a French horn. I'm like, well, that's cool. And then inside the French hornbell, there was this. And I'm like, what in the world? And yeah, this is from 1944, March 8th. So, a few more months before June 6th, which is D-Day. If you don't know what D-Day is pretty big battle between the Americans and Germans and Canadians and British people. Yeah, British forces. think that was it. I don't really remember. But yeah. It's Yanks Blast Berlin again. On the side has this really cool map. Yeah, it's really cool. I think that's like, yeah, it's like China's right there. I think that's like India right there. It's really cool. This one is like a magazine for the music of February of 1945, so near the end of the war. It's the music magazine inside. When you open it, there's just music, different instruments, mostly piano. This one's from World War One, and I haven't opened it yet. Well, I've tried to, but it's really fragile. It's 1915, so it's over 100 years old. I don't really want to touch it, but it's a really cool one. And I have another one just like it. It's from 1915 also. And it's going in World War One stuff. Yeah, that's it. This one's from 1943, August. I went into this one. It's really just like a American propaganda, pretty much. Newspaper. That's really it. If you hear my dogs barking in the background, they're barking at neighbors on the bus. I don't know why. It's just how they are. This one's from the Cincinnati Enquirer, and it's about Nixon resigning from office. 1974, August 9th. Very interesting. Jeez, that flame's flying low. It's like shaking my entire house. This one I got for $2.50. All these I got for like $2.50. These Life magazines. This one goes in about airlift of communist guns in the Congos. This is during like the Vietnam War, pretty much the Cold War. Yeah, Cold War, and fighting the communists. This is the U.S. bombing in Vietnam. It goes in just about that, Life magazine. This is another one about the U.S. in Vietnam and stuff like that from 1963. Really interesting. And that's about the Cuban Missile Crisis as it was unfolding, I guess. And it's from 1962, so it was pretty relevant then. And yeah. And then this one is also a, I guess, music. It's like the same one as the one before, I guess. If I can find it real quick. That one, yeah, right there. It was same one as that one, kind of. This one's more for brass instruments. This was July 1941, so it was before Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. You got Navy guys right there. And I opened this one up, and it was really interesting because when it's like referencing World War II, but it didn't reference it as like a world war. It just referenced it as Britain's war, which I found really interesting because obviously we weren't at war with them. Yeah, and then last, I guess, one, newspaper, which is my absolute favorite one out of my collection. It's an absolute amazing shape, unless this, like, crease right here from the person that I bought it from. Well, they literally, like, I had it straightened, because it was straightened when I, like, found it, and I'm like, I have to keep this straight, I have to keep it straight. Right when I buy it, she folds it up and puts it in a bag, and this crease won't ever come out. So I guess I'll just have to be more careful next time. Let them know. But this is my absolute favorite one. It's from June 6th, 1944, D-Day. It says, Allies plow inland from French coast. Now, one of the reasons D-Day is like my favorite like historical event in World War II is because I was born on June 6th. And D-Day happened on June 6th, so it's just one of the cooler things about me. And yeah, this is from, I don't really know where. Crawfordsville. I have no clue where that's at, but hey, I still got this, and it's a pretty nice newspaper. And yeah, it goes in like about stuff. This also goes in about Japanese stuff too, and it goes into the invasion of Europe, and it's really cool. And then it shows you like a map and stuff. And yeah, this is like one of the coolest newspapers I have, besides one that I might show you guys later, which is from 1865, and it's about Abraham Lincoln dying, and that's one of the coolest ones also. That one's obviously going to be my favorite because of how expensive and rare that is, but that's like my second favorite one. And then yeah, I have more newspapers, but they're really, really fragile, and I don't want to rip them because they're like from my family. These I just bought, but the family ones have like sentimental value also along with it. So I'll have another video out today of pictures and stuff from my great grandpa from World War II. And yeah, thanks for watching the video. And if you want more content, like and subscribe. When you do that, it just shows your support and strives me to keep on making videos. And yeah, thanks for watching, and have a great day.